Rita,
Uh-huh.
on your award-winning painting, The Letter.
Uh-huh.
Are those twins, or are they supposed to be the same girl?
No, that's the same. That's my niece.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my niece. I was taking pictures of her across the table. I was sitting across from her at
Yeah.
either Christmas or Thanksgiving
Right.
at my sister-in-law's house. And I just love taking pictures of people when I'm there with them,
Right.
because you can see the light. The light is
Mhm.
unique, and especially when it's not always just like a well lit. You got window light, you got lamp light, you
Mhm.
got television light or whatever,
Right.
and catching people when they're just at ease and they're not really posing. That's what I love. I don't like people when they pose. They're just terrible. It's just
Right.
so fake. So I like getting people when they're not posing. And I just looked back through those photos, a couple of years ago. Thought, what can I do with this? These are kind of neat. These are kind of good photos of her. She's so photogenic. And so I had come up with that idea of using two of her, putting her next to herself, and doing something with that for a long time. And finally just jumped in and started it and did it. And the letter part came in a little later.
Oh.
After I had drawn her next to herself.
Oh.
And I was like, do I want to put the food in there? Because she was sitting in front of this huge bowl of guacamole. Her mom makes the best guacamole. Oh my God.
No.
And, so I wasn't quite sure of the whole idea behind the painting yet. I just liked how she looked, in her poses. And so eventually I went with a cleared off table, and I had to take another reference photo of my son just for his elbows.
Okay.
To be casting the shadows and the reflections and the shadows on the shiny wood table. So I used our table in the house, which was not exactly the same table. It was the same dark wood color. Took the tablecloth off. I said, here, sit here like this. And then I also put that letter down on the table over here and over here to see, where did I want to put it in the painting, so I could get the same sort of light shining on the letter. And so that's how it went. So sometimes I guess actually frequently I'll start a painting with some kind of loose idea in mind, or just because I like the way these shapes go together. So I'm thinking of composition first, and then the idea will spark out of that as I move along through the painting. I'll be like, this needs something else or whatever, and then I'll add something in there to improve it, and then the whole concept will come to me. So it's sort of like a just sort of organic process of thought and action.
That was amazing. It was an amazing result.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I liked it. I don't know when I'll get another one like that out. Actually, one of my next goals is the American Impressionist Society, which I'm a member of, but I'm not a signature member. And to become a signature member, you have to get in to either 3 of their national competitions, or 2 of the national competitions and 2 of the small works competitions. And I've been in 2 of the small works. So if I can get into 2 of the national competitions, I'll get signature status with the AIS, which would be really cool. But now I'm wishing that, that ram head that I finished last month, that came out really pretty cool. And I'm almost thinking, man, maybe I should have held on to it so I could put it in their national show, or enter it and see if it would get in. But it already has a bid on it. I decided just to go ahead and auction it. It's got a bid on it already. So, oh well. But maybe this other one, maybe that other half a ram head, maybe I can do that really loose, and maybe it'll come out good. But see, I can't go into any painting with expectations. Although I kind of sort of did that with the letter. I knew I wanted to put it in that. But man, I worked that thing. It got a lot tighter than I wanted it to, but I really, really, really worked on that. But it's a lot better to just paint and see what happens. And the more you paint, the better you get. All right, now that my primer is getting dried up again.